I'm Travis.
And I'm Erin.
And we are Our Lively Tribe. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
And
we always say that.
Always.
But this is our renovation number 15. And we're going to give you the tour today.
Let's do it. I'm so excited.
We're just going to jump right into it.
Let's go. Do this. Okay, so this is their living space area, and this was a brand new rig that they brought to us. So it already had really nice comfy chairs. So we decided, and they decided, that they'll keep those chairs. And this thing is pretty special. Kelly requested a live edge desk for herself. So I was so excited. There's a new shop in town that sells live edge, so I was able to go for the first time and pick one up and get it finished, and I'm super psyched on how it turned out. And it wasn't actually wide enough, so I actually had to buy two and add a strip to it to make it wide enough for them. But I love how it turned out. And then we built these brackets to hold it up, and everything specifically designed for this rig and also to go in a rig so that it'll hold up. And yeah, I'm super psyched on it. We added an outlet for her because she'll be working from the road also. So yeah, and this is going to kind of be probably when it's just the two of them, their dining area where they're going to sit with their stools and eat looking out the window. So yeah, super psyched on how that turned out. We added a beautiful little light up above it that turned out really neat. Added a switch to it so they could use it. So yeah, so I love it. Let's see, moving back, we got their chairs. We added all new valances. I'd never built ones like this before, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. So those really add a lot to it. And we'll go to my favorite part of the whole build is this desk. So this back area actually had the main couch that folded out to a bed. And since it's just going to be the two of them traveling, they eliminated the couch. And when they brought it to us, it's full of solar. So this rig has a ton of solar in it. And this design is built to hide and house all of the solar, the inverters that are inside of here. So in here is where their main electrical and all of that is. So this whole system's hiding this solar. So that's why the design's this way. And he needed a workspace desk because he is like a film... He's like an animator. There we go. He's an animator. So he specifically needed a working space for himself because he's going to be working full-time on the road. And he'll have 2 computer monitors. They actually sent this one down, and I was able to install it. It's bolted all the way through. Really hardy-duty.
Hardy-duty?
Hardy-duty.
Yeah, hardy-duty.
Sounds like duty.
Hardy-duty.
And it's pretty fun. I was able to put holes into the desk, so all of the wiring that he'll have will all be hidden inside of this guy. So this guy is full of wires because it has all of their inverter and whatever all that solar stuff is. I don't know anything. But this rig's rad because it can run completely off-grid. So I added a bunch of electrical outlets for him because he was going to need a certain amount to run his computer. And yeah, we were able to, over on this side, they're going to be using one of those Starlinks. So we were able to add their Starlink cable in here, and it goes directly to the outside of the rig and up onto a flagpole that I installed so that he'll have his dish on top of this rig with 150 feet of line in case he needs to move it further away from the rig to get service. Yeah, so that was a pretty fun little challenge. We added a Wi-Fi booster in here as well, and I ran all of the wiring up through where the solar had been installed. So yeah, everything's there. I'm really happy with how this desk turned out. I'm in love with it. I love how it's elevated for his height specifically. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty beautiful. So I'm very proud of this desk. And moving on to this area. It came with the fireplace. This all didn't get rebuilt. I just painted it and added some things to it. They had requested to have a mantle. So we were able to build a mantle that's actually covering up the radio. So yeah, they're able to take it off and put it back on so that they can get to the radio if they need to. Yeah, so it comes on and off. Super simple, really easy thing. Totally secure, really lightweight. So that was cool. I'd never built one of those before, so I was psyched on that. Yeah, so they had requested a design around the fireplace. It had just like a white, I don't know, trailer thing. So Aaron was able to pick out these. These are not tiles. They're like peel and stick type things. But we're able to mortar them on there so that they're really strong. And I love how it turned out. So yeah. So they got their own little fireplace.
So we're in the kitchen, and what was great with this client was that her and I had the same like aesthetic. We really enjoyed the same color tones and the same design. So it was really easy to design this kitchen for her. This paint color is called Pewter Green, and it's a Sherwin-Williams paint color. I get asked constantly about it. It is gorgeous. We ended up using it in our own home. It is just a really good calming color, and so we used it in the kitchen here. Travis, of course, added the unique mountain design that he does everywhere. We took off the fridge faces and painted those. I say we, and I literally didn't have a hand in any of this renovation.
Yeah, this rig was definitely a solo project, man.
So in here in the kitchen, we added the tile, kept the original countertops because this was a new rig. We didn't want to replace these countertops. They're in great shape. But what we did add was the butcher block on the island and this extension. So they do have 2 kids that will be visiting them, and they wanted a space that they could all sit at a table and enjoy themselves. And so this ends up flipping up. And then Travis added a second extension and 2 table legs that are hidden behind the side of the couch here. But if they wanted to use this for that, it would slide right in. And then you move on to this space. Again, we kept the countertop and the design below, but added, these were 2 drawers. They want a spot for their cat litter box. So this fits that space. And if they want to keep a side open, the cat can get in and out of there. And then a really simple, clean design, lots of spaces for plants and a lot of space for cooking. I love this kitchen. It reminds me of our own home. And then the cabinets up here, everything up here is custom built. I think the cabinets were all the way across.
And shorter. They were shorter.
Right. And so we shifted them to one side so that there's still storage and safe places to put your things when you travel, and then added these gorgeous open shelves. And that is made from the same wood that the desk was made out of. So it's got that, what do you call it?
Live edge.
So it has a live edge here. And so when you travel, people are always like, well, what do you do with your stuff when you travel? Just take it down, put it in the sink, and then put it back up when you get there. It's that simple. So yeah, this is the kitchen. This is a dream kitchen. I would love to cook in this space. And then we replaced the lighting up here, and I think that's it.
Moving on to the bathroom area. It's pretty good bathroom. We tiled the shower. We left the base because that base was huge, and I thought it was totally functional. Left the base. I added tile to the walls, changed out the faucet head. I actually took out the whole shower and took it and had it powder coated and then put it back together and reinstalled it. So it ended up looking really beautiful. We added a composting toilet, which is really cool. They picked out a specific composting toilet that you'd be able to kind of hook it up so that the urine can just go into the black tank, and then the poop and everything stays in itself, and they have to get rid of that. But their whole goal was to use as little water as possible. So that's why they went with the composting toilet. So yeah, the pee will just drain into the black tank and they can empty that. And but that'll take a long time to fill up because it's only pee. So yeah, so that's why they got a composting toilet. We added some wallpaper. Aaron added some wallpaper. And we rebuilt the entire sink area system, put in a really beautiful little sink. So they're going to be traveling with a couple little dogs that they wanted to be able to keep into their bedroom. So they had a request to cut the door in half so that they could lock their dogs up in here. So I was able to do it, and it was pretty fun. Yeah. Boom. So in the bedroom they had carpet, and because they knew they were going to have two little dogs in here, and worried maybe of them going to the bathroom, they wanted to take the carpet out, and we replaced it with a really nice vinyl peel and stick that we found at Lowe's. Aaron picked out the design, and it turned out really cool. But what's great about this is, you know, if something does get damaged, they'd be able to replace it on their own. And yeah, it'll hold up. Dogs can pee on it. It'd clean up nice and easy. And we left the main flooring because this was a brand new rig and the flooring looked perfect. And we would have honestly replaced it with something similar. So we did decide to go ahead and leave the main flooring and just replace the bedroom carpet. All right, now we're working into the main bedroom. Well, the only bedroom. So this unit came prepared to be able to put a washer and dryer in here. So this actually stuck out really far and the bed slid under it, but they weren't going to use a washer and dryer, so it didn't have any use for them. So we tore all of that out and we rebuilt something that would be completely functional for them. We added a closet up top and put a hanger in there, or a rod, a couple extra drawers, and then some cabinet space below. And this area is hiding the water and all of the unit that was used for the washer and dryer. And then on this side, it's a lot of the electrical for the solar. And back here is housing all of the solar batteries. So this rig, when they brought it to us, it had all the solar already installed, and we had to come up with a plan to figure out how to hide it and make it look beautiful. And I hope we accomplished that. So this actually lifts up, gives them access to all of the solar, and this stuff comes up. So everything's going to be uplifted if they do have to maintenance it. But yeah, I'm super psyched on how it turned out. I think it's beautiful and totally functions. We had to add a couple vents to this side because the inverter heats up quite a bit. So the solar guy actually recommended us adding some vents to it. And yeah, we added a ton of open shelves. That was one request that they really had, was a lot of open shelves. They want to be able to put plants up. So on this first, we added a corner so that once they're walking into this room, they weren't going to run right into a sharp 90 corner. So we rounded that off, which I think just looks really neat. And then I decided to do that to match up with the rest of the shelves that are right here. I curved this bar for the first time I'd ever bent flat iron, and it ended up turning out really good. All of this works powder coated, custom built specifically for where it's going. And yeah, I'm really psyched with this whole system. We added something when we traveled: hampers. Hampers in a rig is key, man. Floors or clothes pile up. So we added two separate hamper systems that they can each use. And that's going to save them a ton of throwing things all over the place. All right, so here's the master bed. And this was the first time that this is a king size bed, actually. It's a little more narrow than a standard king, but they are going to put a full king on here. So the whole thing's built for a king. We added these little flat space areas so they could set their cell phones, added electrical outlets for them. And we built these custom like book holders, could be a laptop holder, to give them some extra space to have their things. Added each reading lights for each of them that run off switches so that not both of them have to be on. And added this cool back headboard that Aaron found. Yeah, so totally psyched on how this whole area turned out. We added a bunch of storage for their clothing. A huge dresser system. For each one of them. They each have 3 drawers. Yeah, with heavy duty everything, because you know drawers and trailers don't do well. So everything's heavy duty. Yeah, super happy with how this thing turned out. All right, so that's a wrap on this one.
Yeah, number 15.
Whew. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, this was a good one.
This one's super good. It definitely, having a brand new one to do, really made the finishes on them stand out. It's pretty incredible how well things turned out. The paint turned out really beautiful because the walls were still in such great shape. I replaced so much of this rig, and I'm really stoked on how it all ended up.
Yeah,
so.
For it being a new rig, you still got it 90% of it to make it fit our clients' needs, and so it turned out beautiful.
Yeah.
I love the colors. I love the feeling that you get when you walk in. It's just a super cozy, comfy rig.
Right. I think it's going to be a great place for them. I hope they love it as much as I love it, because I really do love this one.
I think we need to start getting some of these custom pieces on our website for sale.
I agree. What do you guys think?
I think some of the shelves, some of the little unique things that you're able to build.
Yeah, I think that's an area we'll be moving into.
And if you're looking for any of the things that we added to the rig that wasn't built by us, knobs, pulls, all of the little extra things that we added, you can take a look at our Amazon storefront. I always do each rig and everything we added right there. So you can check that out. And yeah, our clients will be here to pick it up this week. And that's it.
All right. Thanks for watching.